Hello there, Taylor with the Multi-Empo Report. Most of today's Multi-Empo Report is about the United States. But first, tropical cyclones, where there are no active tropical cyclones, but there is this medium chance per the J2WC, and then a very low chance per the Bureau of Meteorology. Let's see if we can get this on satellite. Apparently, per the spaghetti models, I have to toggle the satellite thing again. But apparently it's going this way, because most of them seem, when they do cross over, seem to book that way. So this one, actually, based on the, if I'm reading the spaghetti models correctly, is apparently going that direction, at least that area of disturbance. However, just a medium chance of tropical cyclone formation on that one. So there's two areas of interest, and pretty much all that's going on at the moment. Severe thunderstorm weather-wise in the US today. A significant severe weather episode is expected. That makes it sound like it's a television event, which, you know, frankly, it becomes a television event when they interrupt everything, right? So this is from the public, PWO, the Public Weather Outlook. And if you want to watch the video from this morning, you can click on that to see one of the storm predictions sent to meteorologists talking about what was happening. This updated 11:40 a.m. Significant severe weather episode expected over parts of the southern/central plains later today and tonight. Yes, forecasting the development of tornadoes, some potentially significant and long-tracked large hail and damaging winds. So yes, pretty much this is the core of the threat area, the orange thing, but the yellow, the slight risk area, reaches quite a bit. If you look at the grey area, that is thunderstorms in general, not necessarily severe. But let's take a look at the watches that are in effect right now. 3 tornado watches, all the red boxes, and then 2 different severe thunderstorm watches in effect. And these tornado watches also in effect quite late, 10 p.m. CDT 11. So we're talking about potential nighttime tornado threats, which is, of course, always brings up the level of danger. If you can't see it coming, you know, you just sleep in the basement if you have one. Here are the watches, not watches, here are the warnings that were in effect as of the time I loaded the page. Oh, chunk of flash flood warnings and then severe thunderstorm warnings. Luckily, at least as of now, no tornado warnings in effect. So let's take a look at the specific probability maps. So here is the wind map for today. This is indicating the chance of 58 mile per hour and greater winds. So as high as a 45% chance today. Hail, also as high as a 45% chance. That would be 1 inch or larger hail. And then what the black hatched area is where significant hail is possible. And that would be where 2 inch or larger hail could potentially occur. I always like to say, it could occur anywhere, but if it's going to occur anywhere, it's more likely to happen in the black hatched area. And then the big map, the tornado map, as high as a 15% chance today, which is pretty high. You know, when you see like those really rare tornado outbreak days, it will get as high as 45%. I personally have never seen it get as high as 60 for the tornado chance or whatnot, but 15 for just, you know, a non-tornado outbreak day is actually a pretty big number. So in addition to the red area, which is indicating the highest chance, the 15%, the black hatched area is where EF2 and stronger tornadoes are. So if you're not familiar, it's the enhanced Fujita scale, goes from EF0 to EF5. EF5, you better be underground because your house is getting swept away. But the black hatched area indicates tornadoes that are or the potential for tornadoes EF2 are greater. So again, with the hail threat, doesn't mean that you can have an EF2 or larger tornado in the other areas, but if one does occur, it's more likely to happen there. And of course, going back to the public weather outlook, potentially significant and long tracked. So not just large, but, you know, covering the whole swath of area. And then tomorrow is looking like potentially a significant wind event. If you read, what is it? Significant severe weather episode consisting of potentially widespread damaging winds and several tornadoes appears increasingly likely on Thursday. So that is for tomorrow's thing. So if you look, here's the probability map where again they give that is a quite large black hatch there is. So that would presumably be for 75 mile per hour and greater winds from what I'm reading. But when, you know, as of tomorrow, they break it down into tornado, wind and hail. But that could be, I don't know, is that like a derecho type thing? I used to call it a derecho. Apparently it's a Spanish word, it says derecho. Yes, you pronounce it with a Spanish flair or something. But that, you know, that is a whole bunch of states affected by at least a 5%, and then the black hatch there is quite large. But day after tomorrow, at least as of now, April 19th, relaxed-ish and groovy. Because, you know, when it's been as high as 45%, a 5% is like, oh, that's okay. I think we can survive that one. But of course, bad stuff can happen in the 5% area too. So, but that is day 3's outlook. And then day 4 through 8, at least as of now, is potential too low. So hopefully a bit of a break. But to recap, today's big threat here, and then the tornado threat. There we go. Tornado threat, of course. That's, what is that? 4 or 5 different states affected by the black hatched area for really large tornadoes. Yes, so if you're in any of the affected areas, pay attention today. You know, don't take unnecessary risks or whatnot. SevereWeatherTV.com is the official homepage of the screencast. WickedWix is WICKEDWX.com, and Cyclocane is CYCLOCANE.com. That is it for today, and I hope you stay safe out there.